My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Center Hill Road, Ecru, Mississippi, 38841. I am still under attack by Scientology. So let me explain Scientology. There are more than 3 dimensions. This is a fact. There are 12 dimensions in total. 4 layers, 3 sets each. This equals 12 dimensions. It looks like inward expansion or something. It's on the inside of the universe. They call this the inverse. We have biology in this place, in these extra dimensions. Extra dimensional biology. The human genome produces a 12-dimensional humanoid designed to survive in outer space. We have a head covering that has 2 horns. We have big heads and big torsos, short arms and big hands. Extra dimensional organs that you can't see while you are alive. All these different types of organs. We are Anunnakis. That is the human afterlife experience. We can fly. We can do magic. We can move particles around with our mind. We are invisible to the naked eye. We have big 12-dimensional eyes that can see down to the molecular level. We can see the inner workings of a biology functioning. We can see the brain and central nervous system lighting up. We can see fluids flowing through us. Scientology is the practice of utilizing this extra-dimensional biology before they die. They remove it from themselves and they utilize technology and techniques to turn them into upper dimensional vehicles, biologies in which they can drive through the upper dimensions. They look alien in appearance. They lose their horns. Some of them do. There is the Anunnaki form. Scientologists use the Anunnaki form. But then they like to cleave themselves every 3 dimensions. So they wind up with 3 biologies in outer space. And they modify these biologies using stolen organs and tissues from humans and other species such as reptiles, insects, and worms to complete their alien forms. So they complete several types of alien forms. There are greens, grays, blue bloods, and whites. There are lizard people using lizard body parts, insectoids or bug people using bug body parts, and worm people using worm body parts. These are the aliens. They are real, and they are remote controlled. People on Earth are driving these aliens using technology. And they are hostile. They are harvesting the public, the population, for our body parts, our organs and tissues. The FBI, the CIA, and the military, and the Department of Justice are using this technology for surveillance technology on the public, and they are getting out of control with it. Marketing companies and social media companies are using this technology for surveillance technology to try to sell people things. It is highly invasive. They are devices that interface with brain tissue. They have to remove our horns and cut into our brain to install these devices. So let me explain their technology. Some of this technology is sensory perception recording devices. They record sensory perception inputs such as sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing. And some of this technology artificially stimulates brain and central nervous system tissue. So they interface these devices to brain and central nervous system tissue. They can isolate individual neurons and individual memories and stimulate this area of our brain. They also stimulate their glands. This increases hormonal output. This raises their hormone levels. And this technology also raises their dopamine and norepinephrine and serotonin, their neurochemical levels. It has an extremely narcotic-like effect upon the users. They are getting high on this technology. It is leading to some severely psychological issues within these people. Some severe psychological issues within these people. They are extremely irritable. They're experiencing dopamine syndrome. This is leading to violent tendencies. They are extremely violent. They kill people. Jealousy, pettiness, greed, toxic masculinity is all rampant among these people. This all started for me 13 years ago, or over 13 years ago. I was forced to assimilate because the government found a device. So these marketing companies found me on social media being a political activist. I was participating in politics, trying to challenge the status quo. I'm a libertarian. I want better wages for people, affordable housing, healthcare for all, food stamps for everybody, so on and so forth. And this was my goal on social media, and I was succeeding. I was also fighting in the war on drugs to help people better their lives. And I'm extremely intelligent. Someone on social media saw me and decided they wanted to read my thoughts. I was also helping people. I'm an author and a creative. I'm part Native American, and I was writing a lot. Someone decided they wanted to read my mind, so they installed a device. Then the government came and assimilated me into a hive mind. This technology also gives us telepathy. There's a digital screen they insert into their brains in front of their thalamus that allows them to see each other in the hive mind and communicate with each other and interact with each other in a digital landscape. So the government told me they found a device. But some of these people in the hive were hostile. They wanted me dead. Some of them seen me debating on social media about religion and how I didn't believe in a God Almighty, creator of the universe. And they let me know about it as soon as I got into the hive. They were mad that I didn't believe in a God. How they knew God. And I still don't believe in a God. I have to have evidence to understand what God is. All I see is Anunnakis and aliens. So as time went on, I fell violently ill. I could feel things stuck inside of me. Oh yeah, they turned the hive mind technology off. They could still read my thoughts and see what I see and feel what I feel, taste what I taste, smell what I smelled, but I couldn't interact with any of these people. So I started going to the hospital to try to get these things out. Had x-rays done and scans. They couldn't find anything. All the foreign objects were extra dimensional, but I could still feel them. So then people started stealing my intellectual property. I seen it popping up everywhere. People were writing about what I was studying and the things I was writing about. Authors of magazine articles and uh, blogs and books were writing about what I was writing about. And then they turned the hive mind technology back on and started removing biology. They started removing body parts. At first, I experienced my alien form. They turned me into an alien. I got to drive only for a short amount of time before they destroyed it. They woke me up just to torture me. And as time went on, they stole more and more brain tissue and body parts. They tried to take my brain tissue and put it on another human being to try to somehow steal my intellect, my intelligence, my ability to write and create. And then it turned into a snuff film. These people are psychotic and delusional. They're experiencing something akin to roid rage and irritability syndrome. They became violent. They started cleaning me out. They had removed all of my extra dimensional organs and tissues, and they are torturing me badly. They are also premeditating my death, so they want to kill me in the near future. They're also doing the same thing to my animals. They force me to hear their voices, and they never shut up. They won't let me sleep. They have to help me get to sleep or for once, or they have to help me get to sleep. And then as soon as I fall asleep, one of them will wake me up. They have removed all of my nervous system tissue and neurons throughout my biology and my brain, so I can't feel pleasure or sleep well. They keep victim shaming me. They're saying I've done something wrong that somehow justifies their criminal behavior against me. I've done nothing wrong. They just made me itch. They have fooled me full of worms, parasites, big worms with teeth. And they can drive these worms through my biology. This technology also gives them the ability to drive other organisms. They can drive humans, animals, insects, and worms in any dimension. Stop! Stop! They try to control me. They tell me what to do. I have worms all in my skin, all in my stomach, in my brain, in my neck, in my groin, in my feet, in my legs, in my arms. They keep doing things like every so often they'll pop a tendon or pop a blood vessel. I don't have much longer. This is Scientology. They have people in the government, the CIA, the FBI, the military. And these are people are in social media, marketing companies, big businesses, Skull and Bones, Freemasons. Shut up! Stop! They force me to hear their voices and they are harassing me. They use this hive mind technology to harass me, to threaten me, and to keep me awake and stressed out. This is Scientology.